Like Leonidas' doomed men, the South African cricketers fell just short, although we'll have to see if it pays off in the long run. I'm here at a beautiful Newlands with PA's Rory Dollard. Rory, 8.2 overs remaining for South Africa. What a test match. What an advert for 5-day cricket.
Well, it almost seemed written in the stars, didn't it? We spent several days beforehand talking about the ICC and maybe England wanting to chop a day off our test cricket. And lo and behold, we get an absolute thriller, a game that anyone, and there were thousands here to watch it, thankfully, would never want to see was sort of chopped and shortened. So, you know, I think any right-minded cricket fan, never mind an administrator, just wants to see more of this.
Special praise throughout the whole team. Jimmy Anderson's 5-wicket haul, Sibley's maiden test ton, but man, Ben Stokes is something special, isn't he? He's just a magnet for the big moments. I mean, some of the English journalists spoke of a force of will, a force of nature, but he's got some craft to match that. I mean, just some words on the enigmatic all-rounder.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Ben Stokes, we all know the story of 2019, the World Cup heroics, and that's in the field, that's with the ball, that's absolutely with the bat. And then he does it again in the Ashes. Well, today, I suppose it was a different Ben Stokes. It was the warrior. It wasn't the inspired batsman who could hit the ball out of the stands.
Of yesterday,
which actually, and yeah, we talk about having 8 overs left in the game.
Yeah.
He probably took an hour out of the game with the way he batted yesterday. Right. He almost channeled that Kevin Peterson style of accelerating a game and stepping his foot on the accelerator and forwarding things along. But today, you know, I've always thought Ben Stokes, if he'd have wanted to, could have been Steve Harmison. He could have opened the bowling for England and batted 11, and he'd have still been in this team, I'm sure of it. He could have probably batted number 3 and never bowled a ball. Yeah. As it is, we're lucky enough that Ben Stokes chooses to do both.
Faf du Plessis spoke of the fight back that wasn't showed in India. He'll take some positives from this, but quite a big margin of error. Does that accurately reflect the gulf between the sides in this match? I mean, is Faf kind of reaching for positives here?
Well, I mean, Faf probably is looking to talk around the matter a little bit because he played a shocker. Yeah. He's a guy who we know from Test debut, amongst other things, he can grind it out. He can be the rear guard. He can be the flood defence. And today he got started and he just lost it. I mean, Dean Elgar talked earlier in the match about a brain fart. Yeah. Well, that's another one, I'm afraid. It's and I think probably Faf is battling and fighting a little bit against the fact that he was partially responsible for this. Another hour of him and the trail might have gone cold.
We talk about momentum, you know, it means something when it fits our narrative, it means nothing when it doesn't. But England, do you feel like England have picked up momentum now? Jofra Archer's got to come back. We don't know what's going to happen with Jimmy Anderson's side strain, but where do you see the series placed at the minute? Is it England on the front foot?
Well, I mean, let's not forget that sort of a week ago, England were calling this the cursed tour. Right. It was the tour from hell. It was the cursed tour. They couldn't play a game of football without losing an opening batsman. Right. So certainly the tide has stopped on that front. England are back on the board, but I think we're just seeing 2 good teams, but 2 very flawed teams who have a mistake in them. I think we're going to have 2 cracking test matches. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go back and forth again.
Absolutely. Well, we can't wait. We'll catch you in PE.